Not too late. Don't get talked into trafficking drugs. Once you're in, the British government can't get you out. Don't throw your life away.
You can follow me on Twitter at holiday_hut. The website that Stephen mentioned and the places where you can visit the Tourist Board at London over the next couple of months will all be posted at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show, which is where I always post the information about my shows. Although if you're listening to this for the Friday morning broadcast, I'm actually away from my office for the day, so I won't be posting the information until the evening. So from Friday evening, you'll be able to find out the information you need about visiting Jordan. And now, travel news. The first story this week involves teddy bears and an airport. A London City Airport has launched a campaign to rehome lost and unwanted teddies. As you know, teddy bears give their owners unlimited love and hugs, but who's there to hug the bears when they get left behind? People travelling through airports often forget things such as belt, laptops, mobile phones, and even, unfortunately, their furry friends. Some make it home, but some get forgotten. When staff at London City Airport found Ted in a lost property, they started a campaign to get him home. The response they received from the public led them to create Adopt Ted, a website for rehoming lost and unwanted teddies. The airport spokesperson said that a lot of teddies face neglect this Christmas. Some have been forgotten about, and others are lost at the airport, and some have even outgrown their owners. Been outgrown by their owners even, and they get left in a dark, cold place. And even a family pets have eaten or chewed one or two. Adopt Ted is like a dog's home for teddies. People are invited to rehome a lost or unwanted cuddly toy in return for a donation, which is going to the Richard House Children's Hospice in East London. The spokesperson went on to say, "We hope to find new homes for all our lost bears, including a few familiar faces that would all make great Christmas presents and raise money for the charity in the process." You can find out more about this and adopt a teddy as well at www.adopt-ted-lcy.co.uk. I should have put my glasses on. Do that again. www.adopt-ted-lcy.co.uk. If you've adopted a teddy through this scheme, please do share a picture of it at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. I was going to do a story about an online travel agent, or OTA, that fell foul of the Advertising Standards Authority, but I had so much trouble pronouncing the name of the website, I've given up. But if you visit www.johnguinn.me, you'll see a post on there about it, and you'll be able to read about it yourself. I just gave up, perfectly honest. You know what I'm like if you're a regular listener to the show. I have trouble pronouncing all sorts of words, and this was just one word too many. So now I'm going to talk about Scotland. As I mentioned, Scotland are hitting the press release world quite hard at the moment. Maybe they always have done and I've only just noticed, or maybe they are making a special effort. But here's a summary of some of the stories that have come out over the last week or so. Visit Scotland, which is the tourism website, has joined forces with TripAdvisor to target key inbound markets for Scotland, and these inbound markets are the rest of the UK, France, Germany and the USA. What's happening is the tourism organisation is providing the online content for TripAdvisor's Scotland destination page until March next year. TripAdvisor predicts that this content will drive many more visitors to the site's destination hub, with the potential to send thousands of additional referrals to tourism businesses in Scotland. And Scotland is the first European destination to develop this kind of collaboration with a travel review website. And also, food. I'm going to struggle with this one, a heads up, because one or two words I've no idea how to pronounce. My Scottish father-in-law will be so upset with me. But also there's a promotion through Visit Scotland to promote the best of what there is to eat and drink, local produced seasonal produce. And the latest to have been awarded the prize are 5 castles, a Georgian mansion house, one of the finest military forts in Europe, and a prehistoric settlement which is over 5,000 years old. Albador Castle is the latest heritage attraction to have its food and drink offering given the seal of approval with a Visit Scotland Taste Our Best award. So this is joining Edinburgh, Stirling and Urquhart Castles, Fort George and Inverness, and Orkney's iconic Skara Brae. This initiative seeks to celebrate establishments which include and champion quality locally sourced seasonal Scottish produce, as I mentioned. And so they're showcasing the best that Scotland food and drink has to offer. Now, the latest accolade marks a significant achievement in the year that celebrates Scotland's rich and diverse larder, with all 8 of Historic Scotland's properties that offer a food and drink experience being awarded the prize. And this is contracted out to a company called Benugo. I've had them on the show in the past. They do airports as well and good healthy food. The Taste Our Best Award winners are Edinburgh Castle, Stirling Castle, Urquhart Castle, probably the second way I've pronounced that in this a little bit, Albador or Albadour Castle, Skara Brae, Duff House, I bet I pronounced Duff wrong, and Fort George. If you visited one of these places and you've tried the food, was it worth the award? What do you reckon? Please do share what you feel about the food at these Scottish historic homes at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Checking it out before you check in on the John Guinn Travel Show on ukhealthradio.com. I've already said that I gave up talking about an online travel agent falling foul of the Advertising Standards Authority. I'm going to have a go at this one at Ryanair, although I'm not going to give you the name of the authority that found Ryanair guilty because I have no chance of pronouncing it. So I'm going to go by the initials they're known as, which is GVH. Ryanair has instructed its lawyers to appeal a ruling by Hungarian competition authorities, GVH, and which has accused the airline of misleading customers. GVH has fined Ryanair €150,000 for misleading passengers over its foreign exchange services. GVH claimed that Ryanair had been misleading customers by falsely suggesting that they would be better off opting for Ryanair's own foreign exchange service than using the customer's own bank. GVH also said that between February 2012 and October this year, it had not properly made it clear to customers that they could opt out of Ryanair's foreign exchange service and use their bank's one instead. Customers are only made aware of this in a barely perceptible way at the end of each of the booking process, apparently. The statement from Ryanair has said that we have instructed our lawyers to appeal this ruling and have already made a number of changes to our website as part of our ongoing Always Getting Better improvement programme. Also, GVH fined Ryanair earlier in the year just over €50,000, claiming it was misleading customers about ticket prices. Back then it said the airline was failing to properly inform customers that there might be additional charges on top of the basic airfare, such as taxes, airport fees, service charges or baggage handling fees. You may have seen the headlines about train services over Christmas for those who are trying to get away by air in the southeast of England. I'll be looking at that over the next few days to see if I can come up with viable alternatives to those who are travelling over Christmas and New Year. But in the meantime, Luton Airport has released a press statement saying that many public transport schemes will be subject to alteration for Christmas and New Year, and passengers travelling to or from London Luton Airport are advised to check even travel arrangements in advance. It says that train and bus and coach services will finish early on the 24th of December, and there are no rail services on the 25th and 26th of December, and coach and bus services are not operating at all on the 25th. For further information, it says please visit the airport's rail, bus and coach and car hire pages at the getting from airport section of the website, which is www.london-luton.co.uk. If you're planning to travel and you're not travelling by car over the festive period, have you already made your arrangements? Please do let us know, facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show, and I will share your tips on next week's show. As you know, consumer protection is very important to me, and I've got some news that the Civil Aviation Authority, or the CAA, is having a new promotional campaign to boost holidaymakers' understanding of Atoll, and it's going to come back early in the new year. And it's building on the success of previous activity and the travel industry's own work to highlight Atoll to consumers. The campaign will once again focus on reaching and educating families as they research and book their holidays. It's going to be launched just after Christmas, and Pack Peace of Mind 2016 will see a return for Just In Case and her family talking suitcases that featured in advertising earlier in 2015, with the family appearing extensively in magazines, Facebook Online and YouTube advertising. And for the first time, the campaign will also feature radio advertising with Atoll messages starting to hit the airways across the country in January. The CAA is also urging the travel industry to back the campaign to help to make sure that holidaymakers understand the importance of Atoll protection and are looking for their Atoll certificate when they book. There will be a variety of ways for Atoll holders to support the campaign, and the CAA will be keeping the industry updated on the different options over the next 6 months. A spokesperson has said that the CAA has been really pleased with the significant impact that Pack Peace of Mind campaign has had on consumers. But the risk of holidaymakers booking an unprotected trip and losing out financially or being stranded abroad is still very real. And the CAA want to make sure that consumers fully understand why Atoll is so important and how simple it is to check for protection. The CAA will be working with Atoll holders throughout the campaign period and has outlined some simple ways for the travel trade to help keep you, the consumer, up to date and engage with the campaign. So if you're looking at it and you want to follow the campaign, there's Twitter at Pack Peace of Mind, Facebook.com/AttowProtected, and there's the Micro website www.packpeaceofmind.co.uk. So if you are booking, although personally I very rarely go on an Atoll protected holiday because I do know the risks. If you're not sure what the risks are and you don't want to worry about the money, do look for an Atoll certificate when you book your flight and accommodation for your holiday for 2016. If you've been caught out by a holiday and you thought you were protected and you weren't, please do let us know if you're able to at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show and let us know what happened and how you found out you weren't covered. Or likewise, if it had been covered and you got your money back, how well did that work for you? Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Well, we're at the end of this week's travel show. I hope you enjoyed finding out about Jordan. I did. I've had a great time recording the interview. As I mentioned earlier, if you've been lucky enough to visit the country, please do share your experiences at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. That's also the place to go for latest news updates too, because my blog gets posted there. And I hope you can join me next time on the John Guinn Travel Show on ukhealthradio.com, where each week I'm checking it out before you check in.